What is going on, guys? This is Shadow here
Ghost
from Scully Gaming, bringing you playthrough part 2 of Resident Evil motherfucking Revelations. Yes, that is the name of all the games that we play, motherfucking. We get them from the hood. They're all black market. But yeah, so we're just gonna bring this same plan. We're gonna, not talk during the cutscenes, let you guys enjoy that, and then we're just gonna shoot the shit, talk some more Resident Evil, maybe the side games, the movies, whatever. So hope you guys enjoy. Here comes the first cutscene.
Think these things got to Chris and Jessica?
I hope not.
Hey, no one's saying Chris is dead.
Alright, then let's find him already.
Alright guys, we're back from that cutscene. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I didn't, but, I've seen it about 300 times. So Ghost, what do you think of this game so far?
Actually, I kind of enjoy it. So far from the gameplay, it kind of reminds me of like Resident Evil and Resident Evil 2. It brings back that close quarters.
Yeah, but it has like Forza aspect with the, third person over the shoulder, which is nice.
I like how it's kind of have that spookiness to it. I mean, yeah, it's not zombies, which kind of sucks, but it still kind of have that spooky factor to it. Like those things, what are they called? They come out of nowhere, which is cool. Doesn't really scare me. Yeah, doesn't really scare me, but it sometimes gives you that surprise, like, oh shit, what's going to be around this corner? What's going to be around that corner?
Well, I like how they kind of did. Actually, I don't want to bring it up yet, but there's a nemesis aspect in this game too. You'll see later on, which is pretty badass since you haven't really been there yet. So you'll enjoy that because I know you like 3. So
also too, like what they put is the dodge function in this game. It's like kind of reminds me of 3.
Yep.
Which you can dodge, which was broken as shit in the
in
the third one. You could just dodge by everything,
which was good.
But I like it. I like how they did that. So far, I like it. I enjoy it. So other than that.
You just scratched the surface so far in this game.
Absolutely. I'm kind of excited to see what else it entails for me. And
I still have to beat it myself. I've been playing like other games as well, but I really do enjoy this game. I like the raid mode we talked about before, but yeah, I mean the character models are kind of shit though. I mean like Jessica looks like garbage, and so does what the hell, fucking Meatloaf. But,
Parker.
Yeah. But, like, from what I've been watching on other videos, people say he looks like a fat Russell Crowe.
No, he's Meatloaf. He's Meatloaf.
Yeah.
Don't say Russell Crowe. He's Meatloaf, guys.
Yeah, Russell Crowe's actually good. He was in Gladiator. Don't forget that.
Actually, he was in Man of Steel, too.
Was he?
Yes,
I haven't seen that yet.
Kal-El's father.
Oh, Jor-El?
Jor-El, sorry.
Does he, like, punch people in the face if they don't listen to him?
I heard he has a badass scene in Man of Steel.
Nice.
I'm pretty excited. I might actually go see it this weekend.
I want to see it, but I heard mixed reviews.
But anyway, back to the topic. I was just saying Resident Evil talk. What I found out is like when they do new games like this, like Revelations, they don't really get the same, person to do the models for it.
No shit.
Like Chris from the Resident Evil 5 is actually the same guy does Dante from Devil May Cry.
Oh.
So I guess this is supposed to be like a little younger Chris. He's supposed to be younger. I don't know how many years before this game takes place. I don't know if they explain it or not. But
not that I've seen yet.
But that's what the models. Jill is actually based off of a real life model. But I don't think they used her in this one. But I know in the first one and in 5 they used her. I forget her name, but she is actually a real model that they based her off of.
Oh, no shit.
So,
well, the girl that they had in the movie looked just like Jill too, which I was pretty surprised. Because they didn't really cast that well for a lot of the characters. But I liked the girl that played Jill.
Surprisingly, I did like the guy that played Wesker. Now, people have, like,
No, wait, no. You gotta rephrase that. You like the guy that played Wesker in 3 and Up. You didn't like the guy before that was fat as shit, Wesker.
Yes,
Make
that's
sure
true.
You get that
right. I actually enjoyed his acting. I think he played Wesker very well.
I've seen that guy before, too. I just can't put my finger on it.
I mean, the movie kind of fucked it up when he did that whole tentacle shit to devour Alice, whatever. But he played Wesker pretty well, and it was pretty cool to actually see them implement a scene from Resident Evil 5 in there.
Oh, yeah.
So it was cool to see that. I mean, with those Resident Evil movies, it always seemed like every other one is good.
See, like, I didn't like the girl that played Claire. like her fucking horse teeth face just does not do it for me. But the guy that played Chris was good. He was just too small. He was like Chris Resident Evil 1. You know, there was no real muscle. He was just tone. But like, I don't know if you saw the last movie,
No, I haven't.
they had Leon and Barry and Ada. Leon was fucking horrible. Horrible.
What about Barry? How the guy play Barry?
The guy that played Barry was awesome. He was the guy that was in Legion. That played Gabriel. That big fucking guy there. He's also the Blob. An X-Men dude. He's a good actor. He did really good as Barry.
Barry?
Yeah.
You're never gonna let me live that down, are you?
Nope.
But you know, I noticed with like Resident Evil, as you said, you mentioned that guy in the movie that played Chris, that was Tone Chris. Didn't he play in Prison Break?
Yep.
So that is the same guy. So I was right to think that.
Yeah, it's the same guy, Wentworth Miller.
Oh right.
He's not a really big actor, but I mean, I liked him as Chris. I mean, after Prison Break, he seems like a badass, but I mean, it's just like a lot of the characters in those movies shouldn't be in those movies at all. Especially like the guy that played Nemesis, like it was retarded in the first movie. Max, I think his name was.
The second one was going on the right track.
I like the second one.
The second one was good. It was going on the right track, but then like they kind of fumbled it at the end.
The third one was, I still think, the worst. The whole desert, fucking bringing in Mike Epps again. Like they should have just killed him in the second one. That guy is horrible.
Didn't they have a guy that looked like Chris, but then they killed him off, whatever, in that like truck scene where he lights the cigarette or cigar?
Yeah, it was the guy from the first movie. He was one of the fucking guys that went in to go, you know, get all the data back. But I didn't know he was the guy. Actually, he was the guy in The Mummy. You know, he was one that helped fucking fat Brendan Fraser and and fucking Shovelface there. But I like that guy. I mean, like I said, unless you watch the new movie, I'm not going to spoil anything, but the new movie was good. It was just kind of confusing at first.
Now,
Everything but Leon. Like, they brought in Leon and Ada, and they made it, like, apparent that they had some kind of relationship, but it's like, you barely said 2 words to each other the whole fucking movie, and, the guy that played Leon that just disappointed me. I knew it was going to be a disappointment from the beginning. Oh my god.
So what about other games? What do you think about Resident Evil 3? We already went over how much I liked the first one, the director's cut version, and you like the second one that you played to death to this day.
Yep.
How about the third one? Let's talk about the third one a little bit. I mean, we are playing Jill in Revelation, so...
I haven't played the third one since I was a kid. The last time I even saw it was when you played it to do that, like, speed run through. Which you did in, like, a night.
Which was, I think, it took me, 4 hours to do?
If that, yeah.
Because, some of the puzzles. I mean,
Yeah.
some of the puzzles in that one were pretty damn hard. But what I like about the third one was the new aspect of having Nemesis chase you throughout the
But it
game.
was just like Mr. X / Tyrant in the second game. I mean, it was the same basis. He did it first.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But how about Mr. X, at the end of that game?
That dude's a bitch, man.
I died against him so many times.
Wasn't there a scene in the Nemesis game where, like, you saw one of the tyrants, like, dead against the wall because Nemesis kicked his ass or some shit like that? Or was it in, like, the cutscene or something?
I don't think it was in cutscene. I think there is a dead tyrant, though.
Yeah, which was pretty much like Nemesis is more badass than Tyrant, pretty much.
You know what I like about also too is skipping games a little bit here because it does relate to the third one was Operation Raccoon City when you had to fight Nemesis and do that injection.
Oh, yeah.
So you reroute his program.
Yep.
So that was pretty cool in itself. That was a bitch of a fight, but it was cool to see.
That fight was easier than the 3 tyrants that you had to fight in that one part.
Oh my god, that was the pain.
Plus, you had to fight all the hunters beforehand, and that was such a bitch if you did that by yourself.
Also, too, guys, so you know, we are going to be doing a Let's Play of Operation Raccoon City.
Once we can find it.
Oh, actually, I did find it, finally.
Did you?
Yes, I did find it. We got to pick it up. So, we are going to do a Let's Play through that, which is, I enjoyed it. Shadow here, I know he enjoyed it.
Well, I did just trade in a bunch of stuff, so I got stuff on my card now. Minus the points I got for League.
And that's another thing, folks. Here's no plug-in. We are going to be doing some League here and there. So, that's about it. Coming up on our cutscene, aren't we?
Yep, in about 10 seconds. So, hope you guys enjoyed this first part. Cutscene's about 3 minutes or so, so we'll be back in a few minutes. Alright, guys? Enjoy.
Chris? What is this?
Great. Shit. It's a trap.
It's time you learned the truth, Miss Valentine.
Previously on Resident Evil Revelations.
We lost contact with Chris and Jessica.
The signal was lost over the ocean.
Queen Zenobia.
Right here on this ship.
No signs of life. But I feel like something's here.
I think it's a gun. This is not good. Where are you, Chris? Chris! What is this?
Oh, great. Shit. It's a trap.
It's time you learned the truth, Miss Valentine.
Slow down, Chris.
We're almost there, Jessica.
I certainly hope so. My feet are killing me.
Our source indicates the camp is on the far side of this peak.
Alright, guys, we're back from that cutscene. Hope you enjoyed it. Like, again, I didn't, but
I did.
we're back here. We're going to skip Resident Evil 4 because we already talked about that in our first video and probably 8 other videos we posted last week. So now we're going to skip to 5, which I also like to call Chris's racial moment. So apparently Ghost likes this game, and I fucking hate it, so I'm going to let him go first. We're going to have a little debate here on who's right and who's wrong.
Alright, guys, this is why I like Resident Evil 5. Well, one, it has Chris, which is Chris's badass. 2, Wesker.
Yeah, but you also have, what the fuck's her name as your partner there?
Sheva.
Yeah, you have fucking Sheva every 2 seconds falling over. So there goes your 1 point right off the bat. Okay.
Well, see, what I like about those co-op games where you play with a computer as a partner is, like, look at games like The Last of Us. No offense to The Last of Us. Great game. But you have a partner that can't die, but can shoot.
I'm fine with that.
Like, fine. But I want the game to be hard. I don't want to be like, oh, I'll just let the AI take care of everything. That's kind of ridiculous.
Well, Bioshock Infinite's the same way with the chicken there, but, I mean, she doesn't shoot, but, I mean, she'll give you ammo and shit, but she doesn't die. But it doesn't make the game any easier. I mean, the game's still a fucking bitch no matter what. But we're still on 5 here, but every 2 seconds you turn around, you gotta give Sheva all your goddamn health. Fucking bitch is on her goddamn knees more than Monica Lewinsky was, okay? It's ridiculous. The bitch is always, Chris, help! Chris, help! Shut the fuck up and get the fuck up! I mean, Jesus Christ. And whenever you play with somebody online, you're arguing for a half hour because nobody wants to be the bitch with the bow.
That's true. That's true. I give you that. I do agree with you on one point that the story got off on a rough start because, you're Chris and nobody knows what happened to Jill. Then they kind of explained that, which is kind of cool because they did eventually put that out as a DLC where you can be Chris and Jill and you face Wesker at the Spencer
But they don't
Mansion.
even really tell you why you're there. All of a sudden you're just killing fucking Africans. I was waiting to see the guy from the Kristen Children's Fund commercial come out to promote his thing and have Chris just shoot him right in the fucking face. Because he was in that town. That was the town from those commercials. I was waiting to see the train and the little kid with the bloated belly fucking eating shit out of a mud puddle.
What I like about
You know?
5, also, you thought the main villain was, I think, Excella at first. Excella.
I don't remember.
But,
I blocked that game out of my memory.
Yeah, her name was Excella.
Come on, they had a whole fucking motorcycle scene. I mean, Jesus Christ.
Motorcycle, no, that was...
Yeah, you were on the back shooting shit, and you had the fucking dudes on the motorcycles
Oh,
coming at you.
right, yeah, that was a pain in the ass.
That was retarded. So now zombies can fucking ride motorcycles.
It's Mangini. It's supposed to be like a mix between Ouroboros and the Los Plagas,
I
whatever.
don't give a shit what it is. It's retarded.
But
I mean, next thing you know, the fucking guys are going to go from riding motorcycles to driving Escalades. We're going to be right back to square one.
the storyline got good once Wesker got in, but he got in, I think, way too late. And they revealed that Jill was the hooded chick, but I kind of figured it was Jill as
Dude, the
soon as
whole
they
Jill
showed her.
fight scene was fucking retarded, too.
I didn't like how Chris was always like, I'm not gonna hurt you, Jill. What are you
What's
doing?
the thing? You couldn't even, do anything to her. If you shot and missed that thing on her chest, it was an instant fail. Instant. She didn't even take any damage. That thing took 20 minutes of just mashing the fucking buttons. I got more calluses from that than when I was 16, okay?
I do agree that fight should have been probably taken out. I think it should have been in a cutscene, because Chris is humongous in 5. He should be able to rip that thing off her chest in one go.
Yeah, and not only that, but half the time Sheva's on her fucking knees, so you gotta go pick her up.
Well-
Fucking, then go fight Jill, have Jill fucking do backflips kicking the piss out of you. I mean, the whole game was retarded. I mean, the only good scene was the interactive part, which they stole from 4 when you're against Wesker in the plane. That was the only scene I liked. The fucking end of the game, unless you had a co-op partner, there's no fucking way you could beat that game. Especially normal or up. Because Sheva's fucking retarded. She's running over in circles, trying to jump the lava 8 times both fucking ways, while Wesker's shoving tentacles up your ass like you're a Japanese schoolgirl. The fucking hell ending of that game. And then you shoot him with a rocket launcher. What the fuck?
You know what? That doesn't explain something. Wesker fell in the lava at the end of the game, but he wasn't dying. He sitting in the lava whatever.
No, because he absorbs,
whatever.
shit.
But
He's like an X-Men.
But I have to say is I did like the fight when you first meet Wesker, the fight, and then the second time you fought Wesker. The cutscene, both cutscenes were pretty cool when you fought Wesker.
Well, the first time you fight him in that little fucking
corridor, whatever
it is, you couldn't even beat his ass. You can beat him, the second playthrough when you have all your weapons. The first one, you're just running around like a bitch trying to hide.
But what I like is when you stun Wesker and that combo that Chris does, and it hits him with that left hook, and he shakes his hand after. It's so gratifying. I can't count how many times I did that to Wesker on second to last fight.
I was pumped when the game came out. I pre-ordered the special edition and got my 2-inch Chris figure in my little bag, and I fucking hated that game to this day. I mean, that and then Operation came out, which I was fine with, like I said. But then 6, I was pumped for. First off, I was indifferent for 6 because of 5.
Right.
I played the demo on the Xbox, which seemed promising because you played as Leon, which was the first part of the game, which was awesome. The only part of that fucking game I even enjoyed was Leon's campaign, because it's the only one that felt kind of Resident Evil-ish.
Going back to its roots.
Yeah, zombies.
Yeah,
All
zombies.
I want are fucking zombies. I mean...
Then it fell off when it got towards the end with that
Well, Chris's whole campaign felt like I was playing Call of Duty with fucking Chinese monsters, and then fucking... What's his name? Jake?
No, Pierce.
No, the kid. The other one.
Jake,
right?
Yeah, Jake and Sherry.
No, I know Pierce. Pierce was fucking retarded. But the whole Jake one was stupid as shit. They based the guy around all melee, but if you melee past, I think, the second stage, you're fucked, man. They built one stage for meleeing, and that was when you were in that fucking all-white building.
You know, my buddy brought up a good thing at work, and I agree with him. Wesker was supposed to be like a deadbeat dad to Jake, but he has all Wesker's moves. If Wesker was a deadbeat, how does he have all Wesker's moves?
I didn't even know Wesker had a fucking kid. Like, who's the mother, you know? Like, that's my next question.
They didn't explain that, but...
They didn't even explain that he had a fucking kid in any of the games that I remember.
Like, when he was in hiding, he hooked up with somebody and said that you'll be mine forever.
It was probably a hunter or something, you know? He just banged one in the butt and it popped out Jake.
You never know.
Yeah.
I'm Wesker.
Oh, stupid as shit. Like, the whole backstory of Jake is retarded.
You know,
I just didn't like the game after. I mean, Ada's campaign was probably the best one after Leon's, because it was just by yourself and you had to survive. I mean, I died so many times through Ada's campaign.
actually, the first stage I died so many times, that water, you know.
Yep.
But
You couldn't find the fucking ladder because it was painted on the wall.
The camera angles were terrible on that.
What else is
You
new?
know what? I think if they let Wesker survive in 5 and put him in 6 and kill him off in 6, I would have been happier. I think it would gave Jake's storyline a bit better to see the father-son interaction with each other. I mean, at least to have that. Then...
I think they brought Jake out to kind of push everybody away from the old characters.
Right.
I think that's why we have, like, fucking, you know, Pierce and Sherry and whoever the cross-eyed bitch was that was with Leon.
Helena.
Yeah, because they're trying to do what Final Fantasy did. It is just keep giving you new characters when people want to play the old characters. Same thing with Mortal Kombat.
Like
After
Gary.
Armageddon, they were supposed to have all new characters for Mortal Kombat. And you know what? People were fucking pissed because people like playing as Raiden and all that. Nobody wants to play as fucking Bo Raicho or fucking any of those guys. I mean, we want the originals. That's why we love the game. That's why we enjoy the game. You can get away with it in Final Fantasy up to a point. Like, I want them to make a new one because I'm sick of seeing fucking lightning and all those retards everywhere. Because the game sucked from the first one.
They tried to do that in 6 with, like, Chris and Leon, which was great. But then they kind of fell off the bandwagon by putting in Jake. If they put, like, Jill in there, or Jill and Barry, that'd be fucking awesome. Jill and Barry again from, like, the first one.
I'd like to see Barry, Jill, Claire, any of them. I just...
They don't make a DLC and put, like, oh, you can play it as that character. No, why don't you put it in the main game? That's what people want to see.
And my thing with, like, the whole, like, Operation Ratchet City was the fact that I thought you could play as Hunk. I thought Hunk would be a playable character at some point. And you only saw him in the first, like, 2 chapters of the game.
Multiplayer you could play as Hunk, as, like, Heroes
I'm
mode.
playing him in multiplayer. I want to play him as, like, a main storyline. I want to know the whole backstory of this character. How is this one guy that has no abilities, and I'm doing quotations, but you can't see it,
Can you stand?
Oh,
not
Thanks. I'll be okay.
dying? Like, he's the only guy from Umbrella in the second game that survived, you know, out of all those other guys. I mean, he's got to have a badass backstory.
And Umbrella Chronicles, actually, you
There's
play
no
a little
need to
bit of
compare.
Hunk.
Trust you both.
It
I haven't
actually,
played
yeah,
that.
yeah, it's
probably a Wii game.
Yep,
right?
Wii
Yeah.
game. It was
That's why I
actually
didn't play it.
it was fun. It was actually pretty cool. But I think we're coming up on a cutscene here, aren't we? Or no?
Not yet.
Not yet. All right. But as I said, you know, it was the Umbrella Chronicles. It explained more of backstory of one, like with Wesker and whatnot. But they kind of blew it because they implemented like this girl. They did off the GameCube one with Lisa and shit. So,
Yeah.
and whatnot. So that was just Umbrella Chronicles. It was pretty good though, and whatnot.
Yes, I mean, alright guys, our last cutscene before the end is coming up, so we hope you guys enjoyed this bullshitting that we're doing of Resident Evil. Enjoy!
This is Forkball. Do you read?
Chris here. I read you, sir.
Are you all right? Where are you?
The interference here killed our signals. We're at Valkoinen Mock Airport.
Damn it. It's all a setup.
What do you mean?
I sent Jill and Parker to the Mediterranean on faulty intel, and now I've lost contact with them.
I haven't heard from them since.
How? What's going on?
Chris, you better look at this.
It's impossible.
O'Brien, you're not gonna like this.
We found the Veltro crest.
Then stories of the resurrection are true. If that's the case, then...
Then the setup that got Jill and Parker. It was all...
Yeah, I'd almost guarantee it.
O'Brien, we'll go after Jill and Parker. I hope that's not a problem.
Not at all. Make your way to the Mediterranean, and we'll keep you posted.
Any idea what's going on?
We'll sort it out later. We have to move.
Alright guys, that was the last cutscene. We got about less than a minute here, so we're gonna, give you guys something quick but wrap it up. But this week we're definitely posting Minecraft. We got a old school X-Men gameplay coming out tomorrow, Wednesday, so I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, you and your Colossus.
I love Colossus.
But me and my Nightcrawler, I didn't do too bad.
Yeah. And yeah, I mean, we're going to have the Netflix review. We're going to have Shadows DVD talk. And, I mean, that's pretty much it. We'll try to get another co-op game going right now because remember we were having issues with and Deadpool won't record for us. Lucky us. So...
That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
End of this video, so.
Just, like, rate, comment, subscribe, fondle yourself, tell us we suck, we're awesome, you love us, you hate us.
Lift your shirts, only
Yeah.
ladies, though.
So, I'm Shadow.
And Ghost.
From Scully Gaming. Peace!